Hey everybody, my name is Sam, and today I'm going to take you through a tutorial on how you can create and use sharing groups, as well as how you can add users to your Spiideo Perform team account. So I'll talk a little bit about what sharing groups are and the different ways you can use them, and then I'll go through the different ways you can add a user to your account and the types of roles that they're going to have. To do all these actions, you're going to need to be an admin on your Spiideo Perform team account. So if you are an admin, we can get started. You first need to navigate to app.spiideo.net. This is the Spiideo Perform web app, and it looks something similar to this when you join. This is where you're going to do most of these tasks. So on the left-hand side, we can navigate down to groups. So what you see here is the main groups page, and it's where all groups created on your Spiideo Perform team account will live. You can see here, we have one group created already. To talk a little bit about what groups are, they're sections of people within your account that you can then share content to. That content can be most things that you create in Spiideo Perform, recordings or presentations as an example. And an example of what a group might be is a group for your goalkeepers, a group for your A team or your B team or your coaching staff or your youth coaching staff. The sky's the limit with how you wish to use these to allow certain groups of people to only receive very specific content. It tailors their Spiideo experience as a general user to how you wish for them to see the content created in your Spiideo Perform team account. So we're going to navigate up here to the Create a New Group option and click. First, you'll need to name the group. So for this group, I'm going to choose First Team, then click Enter or Create a Group to create the group. You can now see it listed here, and we're going to click into this group. So this is the group editing page. You can see that there's no members added just yet. This means that even as an admin, when you create a group, you must add yourself to the group in order to be able to share content to it. So any user that wants to be able to share content to a group has to also be a member of the group. So to add myself, I'll come to the right here, search my user, click my user, and I'm now added to the group. If I want to add another user, I'll search for my colleague Nate, I'll click his name, and he's now also added to the group. If I wish to remove Nate or any other user at a point, I can click this checkbox and click Remove Members. He's now removed from this group. We're going to return here to the Groups page, and we're going to come up to the Recordings tab. This is a recording that was done some time ago. You can see the three dots here. These represent the groups this recording is shared to, and you can see there's no sharing currently. So now that we've created this first team group, we can come to the three dots menu and come to Edit. You'll maybe have seen this page before when you're starting recordings. On the right, there's a sharing option, and you can select the groups you're sharing to here. Click this drop down, and you'll see the first team group in here. So if you don't see a group that you want to share to in this list, it might mean that your user is not a member of that group. You should go back to the Groups tab, find the group, and make sure you add your member to that group. I'll click the first team option here, and then I'll click Save, and you can now see that this recording is shared to the first team. So any member in the first team group can now view this recording. That's most of what we're going to go through today regarding groups. So if you do have further questions that haven't been answered just yet, come up to the question mark at the top, working with groups, and this will link you to our help center where you can read a bit more about how groups work. So next, we're going to talk about how you can add members to your Spiideo Team Perform account. To do this, you're going to want to come to the Members tab on the left here. This is the main interface for adminning your members on the Spiideo Perform team account. You can see a list here of all the members that are added to your account. You can see their name, the email they joined with, their role, whether that be an admin or a general member, and the amount of recordings they've started. You can filter by their admin status, and you can also search for them in this top right box here. If you wish to remove a member at any point, simply click the checkbox next to their name and then click Delete. You'll have this requirement here, which means that you need to select another user on your account that all the content owned by the member you're deleting gets migrated to. This is a requirement to delete a member. So to do so, you can search for another user, click them, and then click delete. Just know that once you've removed a user from your account, we can't return their status to what it was before, so we'll need to re-add them. Up the top here, you also have an invites tab. This is where all the invites you create for new users will live, and we're now going to go through how you can create these invites. To do so, come to the add member button here. There are two main options to add members, either invite by email or invite by link. We'll go through the email first. So inviting by email sends an email to the address that you list that gives that user a link to join your Spiideo Perform team account. You'll enter the email here. I'll use an external user from this account. You can select their role here as a member and an admin, and you can pre-select the groups you wish to add them to. All groups on your account are listed right here. Once you're happy with these settings, click add, and you can see this gets added to the invites tab under email invites. You can see the invitee, when it was sent, the type of access they're going to receive, and the groups they're going to be added to. If you wish to delete this at any point, click here and then click revoke. Coming back into the add member tab, we can go to invite by link. Invite by link allows you to send a link to a single person or group of people so that when they follow that link, they become a member on your Spiideo Perform team account. We have some similar options here for how we can configure this link. You can choose whether they get added as a member or an admin. You can choose the groups they'll be added to preemptively. But then you can also configure the link itself. So this first option is that anyone with the link can follow it to become a member on your Spiideo Perform team account. But the second option allows that only people with a certain suffix of their email can follow the link. This option is great for schools, universities, or clubs that use a specified email. So at theschool.com, anyone with that email address that's signed up to Spiideo Perform can then follow that link to become a member on your Spiideo Perform team account. You can also select when the link will expire. And then once you're happy with all these options, you can click create. And you can see here in the invites tab, you now have that link. You can copy it here at any point. You can see when it expires, when it was created, the access type they're going to receive, and the groups they're going to be added to. And if you wish to delete this link at any point, click here and click delete. When these users receive an invite, either by email or by link, they're going to have two main options. The first option is if they've not created their Spiideo Perform user just yet. In that case, they need to sign up, create their user, and then once logging in, they'll be added to the Spiideo Perform team account. The second option is if they've already created their Spiideo Perform user. If that's the case, they simply need to log in as normal via following that link or that email. And once they do so, they'll be added to your Spiideo Perform team account. So that's a little bit today on how to create and use sharing groups, as well as how to add members to your Spiideo Perform team account. If you have some further questions that haven't been answered in today's video, you can come to the bottom right corner here and click the Help Center. So search in the Help Center for whatever your questions you have. We have a lot of great articles that can probably answer those. But if you have some further questions or information needed, the best place to contact us is via the contact support button, and we'll be back in contact with you as soon as possible. Thanks very much for listening today, guys, and I hope you enjoy recording.